and now your son's name is Jeff with one F.
And then you meet him and he goes, it's pronounced Joff.
You're like, jeez. You're from Iowa, Joff.
This is an after-school program podcast.
What key are we in, G?
Hey, this is Church Stories Podcast. Woo! You missed a little bit of us talking shop before this. We cut that out because you're not at a level to hear that conversation of shop talk.
You don't get the behind the scenes of the Christian influencer world.
No, and you know, it's behind a paywall that we don't even advertise, okay? So you're gonna have to come to Greenville in person and join an alley with an iPhone 4S to get the content that you just missed. Hey, how you doing, PD?
I'm doing great. I guess we'll do introductions.
We'll do introductions.
My name is PD, and I'm this pale because I don't want to be guilty of cultural appropriation.
Nice.
So, me and Taylor, we're woke.
So PD's on an active. You're avoiding the sun at all costs.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You don't even want to appear to be a little more.
I cannot appropriate Hispanic culture like that.
Lord, we pray for PD.
Oh man. Okay. Who am I, man? I don't know. I'm Shama, and last night I spent 2 hours trying to sleep on a tiny Paw Patrol couch bed with my son. It was very uncomfortable. And that's what parenthood is like. You know, sometimes you're flexing with your son on the gram, and other times you're like, hey, stop crying. I'm tired.
There you go.
That's part of my life right now. Hey, we also got our producer, Chase, in a new corner. Those who aren't watching this, Chase is in a new corner. We cleared it out.
It's in the same
corner. It's just I'm flipped around.
The same but different, so it's new. It's new.
nicer.
Well, he's facing a different corner.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's definitely nicer.
How are you doing, Chase?
I'm good. I've started wearing women's sunglasses
I've done it.
because I'm a movie star. And I'm just on a different level.
Guys,
Remember
okay.
youth group?
I remember. This is letting Chase talk early on to the episode. I'm slowly finding out is a mistake.
Yeah.
And then our guest for today,
His fourth appearance.
Fourth appearance on the show. We were on his podcast, rest in peace. Now we're having him on our podcast. He is a comedian, creator,
Chick-fil-A enthusiast.
a Chick-fil-A enthusiast. He.
Wait, we gotta stop. Do the playoffs.
Sorry. My bad.
We gotta break out the red carpet.
Guests, hold on. I'm not gonna name you yet. You probably read his name in the description. Our guest is a Pentecostal creator known for his antics like waving a flag, playing the tambourine,
Being a Karen, being a camp counselor, reviewing random food items.
that and so much more. You've followed him, you've seen him on our stuff, and you've seen us on his stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Taylor Ransom.
Wow. I don't think I have ever had an interview or podcast intro like that. I quite like that. That was very. You know what? I want to wake up in the morning and I'm just gonna like record what y'all just said and then just like play that as my alarm
For
When I wake up.
$100 a day.
Yeah.
For $100 a day, we will call you every morning and give a new version.
You know, I just
Done
realized
deal. Done. Signed. Where do
we're
I
in
sign?
cameo territory now. Is we're doing promos like that for guests for free, and they can do whatever with it.
Yeah.
Nah. You gotta pay to be on Church Stories now. You gotta pay to play now. How you doing, Taylor?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Thanks you guys so much for having me on. It's always fun to be on Church Stories. I love y'all's culture and I love what y'all do on this show. So it's always cool. I don't know Chase. Haven't met him. You guys added somebody.
Oh yeah,
I'm
a new
aware of
wrinkle. We
since
have a
last
producer.
time.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry you can't see him. He's in the new old corner.
Gotcha.
I worked so hard to develop this new corner, and people are like, it's the same corner. So I'm like,
it's
that's not what
a
I'm
new,
talking.
You can't say it's a new
different-
corner.
Hey, we're gonna put a picture up. It's the same corner, but it's new. All right.
Okay, the setup is
Gotcha.
new, but the corner has not changed.
The
You
corner,
can't-
it's more spacious.
You would have to turn
it's a
the
lot
whole
more
building.
There's more light.
It's a lot more spacious.
Hey, Chase, can you hit that? Can you turn
You know
off the
what,
bubble there?
Chase? You know what? My first 10 years of being in church ministry and like whatever, I was unpaid. I would have been happy to have a corner that was even my corner.
Oh, no, I'm
Okay,
still
so you
unpaid.
might want to be happy that you have that.
Yeah.
All right. So just a thought. Just be thankful for that corner.
Well, that's the thing. It's you're in production. Hey, what brunch restaurant are you at right now?
Oh, this is my grass wall, y'all. If anyone didn't know this, I'm shooting videos on this wall. Now, every
Okay.
time I did it, at first I thought it was like all hipster and cool. I was like, this is cool. Grayson Bearden and the other cool like Christian influencers now, I'm gonna like fit with this aesthetic. And then it was like, I got it. Now every time I do a video, people just ask me, are you laying in the grass while you're making this video? So I don't know how it worked out, but at least it's not a corner. At least it's not a corner.
Hey.
So,
You know what it is?
I'll take it.
You're the first shot in the Simpsons meme before he gets like
Before
into
he
the bush,
tucks
you know?
into the corner,
Yeah.
into the bush. That's funny.
Hey, let's talk about
man.
it. Let's just talk about it. Lil Nas X retweeted you.
Lil
Let's talk
Nas
about
X
it.
retweeted. We are one degree of separation from Lil Nas X's tweet hands.
Lil Nas
man.
X.
Dude, Lil Nas X. That was interesting. I didn't see. When I literally. So this is the story of that Chick-fil-A shoe. When I made the Chick-fil-A shoe, let me give you the short version, because people probably don't care too much about that meme anymore at this point. But that day, it was Sunday morning. I'll be completely honest. I did something I almost never do, and I skipped church that day. Lord forgive me. I skipped church because I was not feeling good.
Taylor, do you know what podcast you're on right now?
This is Church Stories. So
Yeah,
I
and
guess
you're just gonna admit to skipping church on Church Stories podcast.
You know what? I'll admit to it because that day, because I skipped church, if I wouldn't have skipped church,
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have reached Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so that day I skipped church a little bit. I had been in my office where my parakeet is, my wonderful bird that I love, and I had fed him because he had been making a ton of noise, and my head hurt so bad. I was so sick to my stomach. I just felt awful. I literally laid on my office floor because I didn't feel like walking to the other room. And so I did what everyone else does when they're laying on the floor. I take my iPhone out, and I'm looking at my iPhone. I'm just like scrolling through all these. I don't know why I decided to open Facebook that day, but I did. I never do that. Open Facebook, scroll through everything, and I see everybody mad about this Satan shoe deal. And I was like, just laying there like half sick, and I was like, I could do something with this. There's content here. There's something here. And I made the Chick-fil-A shoe on my phone in like 10 minutes. I posted it. And I said, that was probably the dumbest post I've ever posted. This is the end of my career. Why did I do this? This is awful. I'm going to delete this in an hour. And then I forgot about it, went on my day. And then like an hour later, my old friend Jonathan, y'all know him, he messages me. And he says, yo, quit now. And I'm like, quit now? What are you talking about? He's like, check Twitter. And I'm like, I opened my Twitter up, and I'm like, what's going on Twitter? And Lil Nas had retweeted the thing and posted it. And I was like, what the heck? But anyway, yeah, so I sent him a message. I connected with, there's a ton of people connected to that. Like Diplo was all over that. He liked that. There was people
So you
on,
DM'd Lil Nas X.
I DM'd Lil Nas X. I
crazy.
said, hey, man.
Did he respond?
Thanks for reposting my... He read it. He didn't respond, but he at least read it. And when I messaged him, I sent him a message. But I said, "Hey man, thanks for sharing my thing. I know a lot of people from the church have probably, said some things, made you feel a certain way. Regardless, just want to let you know I'm praying for you. If you ever want to talk about anything, you can reach out to me. Again, thanks for sharing my post. Appreciate it. Because what's funny is like he shared that Chick-fil-A shoe and actually gave me credit for it. And there were like a ton of Christian pages and people that actually like took my watermark out and reposted it. And I was like, how is that? Lil Nas X is going to give me that He's going to give me that watermark. Yeah, but not y'all.
You don't expect that kind of kindness from a man who gave Satan a lap dance in a music video.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Christians do better. Christian meme pages who didn't credit my boy do better.
It be your own religion.
It really do be. It really do be your own religion, dog.
No, hey, those Christian
It'd be
meme
your
thieves
own
are
people.
shameless.
Oh, shameless.
That's so funny.
But anyway, so that's Chick-fil-A. She won't take too long on it, but everybody brings that up these days. So glad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you get retweeted by Lil
This
Nas
is a cookout
X,
drink, by the way. I probably shouldn't have shown this on the show, but I'm drinking a cookout sweet tea.
Hey man, you're 2-0 right now. You didn't go. You're talking about not going to church. Odd church stories. You made a Chick-fil-A shoe that went viral, but you're drinking cookout. Like, hey man. I mean, we'll just keep it going at this point. Just we're invested already. You're laying in the grass. That's 3. It's 3 strikes. Oh man.
you know what I thought it'd be important for us to do
Yeah.
is bring back Judge Taylor.
Ooh.
Because
Judge
we-
Taylor.
We just
yeah.
opened up a new court.
We did. Have you heard
Okay.
about this?
I haven't heard about this.
Hey, it's fine, man. You're busy creating
What is
content.
this?
We're busy creating content. It's fine. We
I'm
launched.
sorry, y'all.
We
I
launched.
don't watch
no.
every episode.
You're good,
I
you're
kind of
good.
just stand back. I'm like, look at them go. Look at Shama post reels. Look at them post the spot. Look at them. They're doing
Hey, that's
such a good
awesome
job.
because my wife and our girlfriends, their girlfriends, do the same thing.
Dude, it's how it is.
really do be owned. So,
It really
PD,
do.
tell Taylor about Gross Court.
Well, it was actually started by Shama because he had a theory that if somebody does something, if somebody tells you that you did something gross, you should respect it.
Yes.
So now we're having people write in about the gross things that they allege are happening around them.
Yes.
And we determine if they're gross or not.
Whether they're gross or not, right? Fair enough, right?
They're already all gross. People in general are gross. Just to
Hey,
be honest with you,
yeah.
just throw them all out right now.
This is spoken like a real judge because truly, if you have to ask whether something is gross, 9 out of 10
It's
times maybe it's probably gross, right?
Yeah.
Probably. Almost
a
guaranteed.
way to think about it.
We need to shout out somebody on YouTube who specifically requested you to come on the segment.
Yes. Somebody
Oh,
on YouTube
really? Who?
was like,
Should I go find him and shout him out?
maybe.
It's
Sure.
all good. Y'all can't handle it.
I mean, we were gonna connect with Taylor regardless.
All right,
but
girl,
that,
you know who you are. I
you
think
know
it was
who
a
you
girl.
are. Yeah. or person, whoever you are, requested
so
you.
dang.
So, what do we want to do here? Do you want me to read one, and then maybe we can email one to Taylor, and then he can read it?
Yeah.
You're on a computer, right, Taylor?
No, I'm on my iPhone, dog, but I can grab my iPad real quick. You give me a sec.
Okay. Yeah. Grab it, and we'll work this out. How do we feel about Gross Court? By the way,
I
I think its time's almost over.
I think that this installment might be the last, and what a better
Wow.
series finale than to have Taylor on.
Wow.
Are you saying that it's almost? You think you're just tired of learning about all this?
I mean, we can't keep this going, or else we become the Gross Podcast.
Yeah.
That was my thought process.
Oh man. Oh man, this is so stupid. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I was editing the last podcast, and I'm like, man, what middle school playground is this?
We've already been
podcast
compared to middle school boys who don't know what deodorant
Yeah,
is.
so
Where's
talking about
that coming
we're talking
from? I
about
don't-
Gross Court now. Somebody's wife had said that about it. He
does
was
that
like, "Yo,
mean?
I was listening to the podcast,
own
and my
people.
wife said those people sound." And I was like, "Man, that hurts." Okay, so essentially, the concept of the concept of Gross Court is people have. My theory is there's people who have done stuff. You know, obviously we're raised different. Somebody does something, and you're like, "Hey, that's a little gross," but they're like, "No, it's not gross." So then you have to try to convince them. You know, like, no, actually.
Yeah.
That's really gross. Nobody lives like that. But then they're like, so then who honors whose wishes there? Like, have you ever been in that scenario where you've had like a roommate, a friend, or family member who's done something, and you're like, oh, like last week a lady said, hey, my husband will pick his nose and then put the boogies on his shoulder, and so his shirt will just have boogies on them.
Which is like,
What
that's,
the
like
heck?
that's divorce material.
Why would
I'm not
you
trying to
get
give you
him
ideas.
out
No, don't use the D word. Don't use the D word. Don't use.
Excommunicate him now.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what I'm
goodness.
saying, man.
Wow.
I mean, it is. That's really gross, right? So, what is a scenario that you've run into?
Don't use the D word.
Don't use the keyword. That's too serious. That you've run into where, you know, you're trying to point out to somebody, hey, this is a little gross, you know, and you're trying to be respectful, but they're like, nah, not really. You're gross for thinking this is gross. And you're like, Actually, no, you're wrong.
Yeah, no, I'll give you one right now. I'll give you one right now. I've got this brother. I love him to death. Love him to death. Do anything for him. I would literally do anything for him. This is just a small thing. This isn't even like that gross, but I don't know what it is. But something inside of me literally just churns and gets messed up. Okay. When people take their hand and scoop it into the bag of the shredded cheese and then shovel it in their mouth in the middle of the night, I know it's tempting. I know it sounds good. I know compromise looks good in the moment. Don't mess with me now. But I'm just saying, I intend to take that cheese and put that on a quesadilla tomorrow. And put it in a burrito.
Yeah.
And you just shoveled your 3 a.m. hand all into this bag of cheese. And just started eating it. And don't even get me started on, I hate it. And then people that my brother does this too, people that drink out of the gallon of milk directly, like they just pop the cap and just swig that sucker and then put it back.
Wait, what if there's a caveat? What if it's like a few inches above their mouth,
waterfall. It's being waterfalling into their mouth.
No. Let's get rid of that right now. Let's just cancel that. I'm sick of people that do that. They come to me and they say, yo, let me waterfall your drink, bro. Let me waterfall your drink. How about you go get some of the living water? Keep your mouth away from my food and my drink. I don't ever want to see you again. Get out of my life. Go become a Baptist or something.
I gotta get a little defensive. I've never asked to waterfall anybody's drink, but now you kind of put me in a new corner because I waterfall. I'll get a waterfall at my house. Crack open a cold orange juice or something and. What am I gonna do? Take a cup out of the cabinet, pour it, and then
how much harder is it to take 15 seconds and walk 3 feet to the counter and get a red Solo cup and pour a little bit in it? It's not that big. We can afford more cups. It's not that big.
But here's the question now: is it more effort to get a cup or to hold and aim the stream above your head?
And you gotta aim it just right so you don't get it all over your pajamas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my problem with waterfalling milk is wearing it after.
Exactly. First of all, people that drink just straight white milk by itself, that's one thing altogether by itself we could probably get into. I'm not gonna lie, I've done that a few times when I was having stomach reflux issues. But other than that, y'all really out here just drinking raw milk. You're really just out here. It doesn't even have chocolate syrup in it. You ain't even eating it with Oreos. You ain't even
y'all really out here drinking white milk.
Y'all really out here drinking white milk.
I never thought I was going to be attacked for drinking milk.
Are you a baby cow?
Oh, now we're at the vegan argument.
Okay.
No, I'm the least vegan person you know. I just have a conscience. That's different. Okay, I eat meat I literally couldn't live without meat. I eat meat all day.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I hate to say, since the founder of Gross Court here, I hate to disagree with the terms that I created, but now that they're challenged, maybe the term gross is a little subjective.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Shama, but didn't you come on my podcast back in the day, and I was Judge Taylor before? What was it you were doing? Would you mind reminding everybody what you were doing? Do you remember?
Yeah.
I dipped white bread in chocolate milk.
Jeez. Gross Court.
Okay. You're done. How dare you even stand in this establishment?
Yeah, that's rough.
Okay, I get it. Guys, I get it. Everybody makes mistakes.
It would be like
everybody has those days.
It would be like if
Hannah.
Lil Jon was in charge of the with FCC.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense.
Okay. All right.
We have a church story / gross court email.
Okay.
I did find one.
Here.
And this one has been vetted.
It's a long one.
PD, can you see that, or do we need Chase to read that?
No, I cannot read it.
Dude.
PD. Alabama blazer, no glasses. PD's wearing an Alabama blazer, by the way, everybody.
They're in the car.
I gotta know, what is PD drinking right there? That's a non-denominational drink if I've ever
This
seen
is
one. What is that?
actually water.
It's just mountain water.
This is edgy
mountain
water. Yeah.
Edgy water. I'm gonna let you know if my mom saw anything with me drinking a can. Dude, you know those tall Pepsi cans that are in the gas stations? You can get 2 of them for $1. I walked out of my car with 2 of those Pepsis one time, and it's just a blue can. There's nothing. It's just a blue can with a logo on the side. My mom didn't see the logo. She thought I was drinking a Bud Light or something. And she gave me a look like I was about to die. Like I was about to meet Jesus.
Kind of
it was over.
You know when you run into the gas station just to get a couple of buds?
No, I don't. I don't do it. But, you know, regardless, that's what it looked like. That's why I was like, what the heck is that? It better be the living water in a can like that.
The packaging for that can is way too official for it just to be mountain water.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I saw this on Reddit 2 years ago, and as soon as the ad came up, me and a bunch of other Redditors were just tearing this brand to shreds in the comments. And now I'm drinking it. So
there you go.
Come along,
Let me
with
ask
brand.
you this.
Circle.
When you buy a can, do you rinse the can off before you put your mouth on it?
Oh, I don't.
No,
I just
Because
read
you
about
guys
this
do know
recently
those-
that you
is a
gotta
thing.
Those things,
like.
you have to. Those things sit in a warehouse. Like rats literally run all over all that stuff.
I think I'll put this down now.
It's not a joke either. Watch
Well,
this one. For
how
real.
thoroughly though? I mean, are we talking soap and warm water? Like,
Why is this
No,
not?
we're talking
no,
a rinse?
just
Are we talking a
rinse.
wipe?
Just a rinse.
Just a
Just
rinse?
a little. Just a rinse.
Why is this the
I'm
first
just
time
trying to help
hearing
y'all
about
not
this?
be gross. Since this is gross port, you know,
Well,
I'm trying to
you
like
know.
raise the standard, raise the bar a little bit.
Hey,
I've gone
you've
too
raised
far
it. You've
in at
raised
this
it too
point.
much.
Shouldn't this be like a
Okay,
PSA?
my bad,
Like,
my
hey,
bad.
a rat
Run that
might have
email.
ran over this
Hey,
can.
dirty rat feet might have touched that can where you're about to put your mouth.
The way I see it, it's been 21 years. Nothing bad's happened.
Yeah,
Might as well keep.
nothing bad's happened yet.
Because, like, say I'm here and I grab a can. Do I have to go find the bathroom in this giant place to rinse off my can?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's
but
an
then sometimes
inconvenience.
you go somewhere and then you can just get a drink and then you use the restroom bathroom sink. Yeah, that
I
probably
don't
has more
think-
disease than the lid of
I
the
don't-
top of the can.
I don't think my social anxiety
Probably.
could handle asking for a drink and then where the restroom is.
Yeah, can I get a drink? Okay, I'm just gonna rinse the top. Rats, you know.
Hey,
The guy was like, hey, you know, rats run on top of all these at the warehouse, right?
I'll take a Pepsi to go.
Hey, you know, fun fact. You're like, hey, I'd buy a can, but can I just waterfall the fountain directly into my mouth?
No.
Hey, I do that at home. It's probably more sanitary. Hey, you know, rats run over the.
Jeez, man.
Oh,
Hey, I've got a question
my
for y'all.
Yeah.
Do you guys avoid like articles that make you think that you might have to change something? Like if I see something that's like a new information about Doritos, I'm like not reading it. Not reading it.
Yeah.
I do not want my life to change. I'm not going to be responsible for taking care of my own diet or nothing. If Doritos are going to change, if Doritos are going to give me cancer, you know what? I'm going to learn to believe for healing real quick. That's what's going to happen. We're going to get in the Word. We're going to have revival.
And
Because
you know
I'm
what?
still going to eat them Doritos.
If you know, I trust in a God so mighty that if Doritos are gonna take me out of this world, they better hurry up. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying for real though. Like
That's
if
the rule right there.
rat feet can top is gonna
is
take
like-
me out of this world, hurry up.
This is the same argument as like the Christian Science denomination. It's like, hey, if cancer is really so bad,
Yeah.
No, that's good.
Well, I mean, so the thing is, my wife has brought this up a couple times, like, hey, maybe we should do this, or maybe we shouldn't buy eggs at the store, and maybe we should switch to this. And then, you know, every now and then I'm like, yeah, we could do that. Hey, yeah, well, let's do that. And then the other day she was like, hey, what if we start making our own laundry detergent? And I was like, stop, please,
No.
stop right there. Stop right there. She was like, oh, it'd be better for
4
our
years.
clothes and our skin, and then we can design our own scents. And I'm like, we've already
4
lived
years
this
from
way
now.
though. Do you know what I mean?
4
Like-
years from now, Shama's like living on a farm somewhere with his wife and 10 kids, and they're like living off the land, and they have no
Dude.
electricity. and
Bro,
they just,
don't tempt me.
But, you know, she has a
Hey,
point,
that's for real,
though,
though.
because I've heard that rats run over the laundry
The
detergent
rats, they
at the
run over the-
warehouses.
You don't want the rat feet laundry detergent on
No,
your
man.
on your clothes. But yeah, you know, so it's like once you, if you do read an article about something, then it's kind of like how far. Like I watched the whole video about like why you shouldn't use shampoo.
What?
Because you know shampoo like strips the oils out of
all
your
right,
natural
French
hair.
guy.
And then so then you want to use the shampoo. So it's almost like hey, it's a cycle of like hey, strip the oils from your hair with shampoo. Hey, replenish the oils with conditioner, and then rinse and repeat every day or every other day or however long you shampoo your hair. So I'm like, okay, once we start taking those arguments like that or those talking points, that's kind of like, hey man, I'm just supposed to pivot my whole life into every time I encounter
what?
I encounter new information.
this is totally off topic, but I realize there's something I need to confess to the entirety of the internet for a good amount of my jokes. Now that you're bringing up oils. I have found that nothing works better with my skin than essential oils, period.
No.
When I put it on my face, my whole face clears up. Like, it's no joke. I don't know what the heck it is. And now this is
You've
weird.
already
Now I feel like
trashed
this is
essential
therapy.
oils.
I know. I've spent like the past 6 months trashing essential oils and people that sell it in church lobbies and stuff. And now I genuinely need to find somebody to buy it from because my mom gave me a vial, and like now I'm hooked. I'm stuck on it now.
Now you've got to find like a 40-year-old woman vendor.
Who calls you sweetie, honey, sweetie pie, and you're like, ma'am, give me the vial. Give me the vial. And take my money and be on your way, ma'am.
But you do the discreet, like, one hand with the vial, one hand with the money thing.
Yeah. They're like, it's
There
legal.
you
We
go.
don't even have to do this.
Like you taking the money, you're like it's like the TikTok where they have the money and they put it like behind their back. And they're like, hey, yeah. Shut up.
Hey, you know.
But anyway,
but honestly, regardless of our feelings on essential oils, like us, I use essential oils. We can't let them know that we can't let them win. You know what I mean? Like, we can't let Karens know that we are pro essential oils.
it was all a joke.
Because that's what they wanted all
a joke.
along. They wanted us to be on their team, and we've denied it.
Ooh, I just came up with a big
Yes.
money idea. Essential oil crystals.
Chase,
what now?
Google that. Tell me that's a
Essential
thing.
oil crystals.
That's already going to be a thing.
Are you like
hold
going to
them-
take those Himalayan salt lamps and like combine that with the essential oils?
Essential
Yeah,
oil
this is
crystals.
a marketable product. I want 25% right now. I want 25% stock now for being on this show.
Oh,
look,
it's a thing.
It's rollers, bracelets,
It's a
earrings,
thing.
healing crystals. Stock up.
Oh, wait,
on
no,
it.
that says essentials of crystals, right? Say
Wait, why am I
essential
using Yahoo
oil
search?
crystals.
No, we're going to mix essential oils and crystals together to combine and make these are like literally going to be the infinity stones.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But
what
then-
this is going to be.
We're gonna put them in really nice like wine looking bottles with the
Exactly.
essential oils and the crystals, and we'll be
Yeah.
like, hey, this is actually a 2018 a 2018
Let's
blend
charge
of
10 grand for it.
eucalyptus and peppermint, my lady.
You can make any
Let's charge
claim
10
as
grand.
long as you say promotes. So if you say this promotes health and well-being,
Right.
and serenity.
It don't mean it work.
Yeah.
It promotes health and well-being.
Yes.
Hold on, is
hope-
that an actual thing?
Yeah,
can
because
actually
that
do
was
that?
I bought one of the salt lamps and it said like this promotes healing and like relaxation. I was like, who said this? What study is this from?
Dude,
Right.
when I draw my new
called
merch
puffery.
next month, this is for real. I need to like make it say like this merch promotes good healthy living and may or may not promote the healing of cancer.
Right.
So it's not even-
And then people will be like, wow, Taylor's making some bold claims, and I'm here for it.
Don't mind me. Just wiping off my can.
Wiping off the top of your can. I ruined cans for PD. I'm sorry, but all this stuff we've talked about, it makes me wonder what these other people are thinking about with gross. Like, what's this email?
Let's peep this. Hey, did you just segue
I can't wait
into the
to-
next segment on our own
He's
show?
a better host than we
You're a
are.
better host. It's your podcast now. We're just living in it. Chase, read this email for us.
Shama, PD, and Chase.
And Taylor.
And Taylor. They've stopped putting and guest.
Yeah,
they've given up.
Yeah.
As I listened to the gross court trials in the last episode, the conversation triggered a church story of mine. 9 years ago, I was a young 17-year-old homeschooler, and my youth group went on a missions trip to the Los Angeles Dream Center. The Las Angeles. Las Angeles.
They said Las instead of Los
That's,
Angeles.
Los Angeles, just full of young Scottish girls.
Yeah. That's the female. Is Los male in Spanish? Los is
It is,
male, and then
yeah.
Las. So they're like, Las, this is female in Los Angeles.
Oh.
We don't even know nothing about that. We ain't even
no,
heard
we
about it
don't.
till today.
Which was great. But we drove from Iowa to California in church vans for
Sheesh.
3 days one way. It was a 2,000-mile trip one
I already
way.
know that changed their lives. Their life done changed on the church bus there. Like
Yeah.
either for
It
good
don't
or
take
for
much.
worse. One of the two. Either they realize who their friends are, or they
If
realize
you-
who their friends are not.
If you rode in a church van, you're either a pastor or you're on drugs in an alley somewhere. There's only two directions you could go, or in between, like us. You're hosting a podcast called Church Stories.
Right.
Okay.
Along the way, we stopped at the Grand Canyon for an evening. My partner in crime during that season of my life was a guy named Jeff with one F.
Jeff with one F.
That's
One
a
F,
decision.
Okay, that's sus. Can we just
What?
let's stop. That's sus. If your name is Jeff with one F, I don't trust you.
Yeah.
They didn't even finish. Your
Constantly.
name is 75% done. You only have 75% of a name.
But here's the
I'm
thing.
sorry.
Jeff is short for Jeffrey, so
Yeah.
they chose the one F.
Yeah, they were like, I'm Jeff with one F.
That
And it's-
makes me suspect you even more. You chose to be Jeff with one F?
Or or his
Help them.
first
Help
full
them,
name
Lord.
is Jeff. I've named humans before. They just give you a piece of paper and a clipboard,
I've named humans.
and you're like, I don't know. Maybe he got distracted and he was like JEF. What was that? Whoa, how many? Oh, she's how many pounds? Or he's how many? And you're like, okay, cool. I'm gonna go to lunch, and then boom, you've dropped the paperwork off, and now your son's name is Jeff with one F.
And then you meet him and he goes, "It's pronounced Joff."
You're like, jeez. You're from Iowa, Joff.
He's French now. He's a French
Yeah.
job.
While we
That's
were at the
okay.
Grand Canyon, we walked right up to the edge of a 1,300-foot drop and peed off the edge. Somehow,
Okay.
nobody saw
That
us.
that was definitely the pastor's kid that decided
Yeah.
that was his idea.
Hey, what is it about being on a tall place where my first inclination is like to spit. I want to see how do you do that? Where you're like, I wanna see how far do spit go? But yeah, for these you're like pee. Let's see how this is gonna work out.
Somehow nobody saw us, and we were the heroes of the day. So if no one saw them, they just took their word for it.
I don't know if you're a hero for peeing off into the Grand Canyon.
Why does that make
Right.
you a hero?
That's
Anybody
such
can
a-
do that.
I'm actually pretty
I
sure
don't
that's a felony.
Hey, it's not you hero. You misspelled the sex offender.
Are these children?
I don't know. Jesus.
What was that?
That's if you get caught peeing in public, you actually
public
you get-
urination is
yeah,
a
it's,
crime.
it's a
yeah.
crime. It's
Yeah.
a sex offense.
Ozzy Osbourne got arrested for peeing on the Alamo.
Did he now?
I was seeing a trend here.
Ozzy with one Z.
Ozzy one's
Ozzy.
it's different Ozzy. Okay.
We were sick and tired of being in the van by the end of the third day. We had stopped for dinner at our accommodations for the night of the last trip, unloaded the vans, and we went out to the beach for a while that evening. After the beach, driving back to where we were staying that night, I had to pee. So I seized the moment and came up with a plan. Have you ever ridden in the back row of a church van?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. Have you ridden the back row of a church van?
Bro, I've ridden in the trunk of a church van. There were like no more seats left, and they were like, Taylor scored the lowest on Upward last week. Just throw him in the trunk. And I had to sit in the
Man.
back behind the seats. If my mom knew, she
Pre-COVID.
wouldn't let me go on the trip.
Pre-COVID times were crazy. We were just putting
they
kids
really
in
were.
back of vans.
You know how the back windows hinge at the top?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it's possible to pee out of the slit at the bottom.
Oh my God. This person, you know what, Lord, wherever this person is now, Father God, we just join in prayer for them now, Lord. We say, let them be healed, Lord. Let them be delivered and set free and forgiven and saved. And let them come tell the testimony on this podcast in Jesus' name. Yes, God.
Amen. So we need to find this person. If we ever give one person from an email a redemption story, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be Jeff with one F. Is that Jeff? Is this Jeff?
Yeah,
No,
so
this
okay.
if I'm getting this straight, they're on a crowded bus and he wants to pee on it.
Yes.
Has he never heard of like a water bottle? Is this not like a...
Different. This was what year was this? This was 9 years ago.
This
9
is a
years ago.
Methodist church
different
bus.
time.
Different
Different
time.
world.
Different. Pre-COVID.
Pre-IGTV.
People were like, maybe I don't need to go to the bathroom.
It was the 2010s.
yeah, that's funny. White
So-
kids had swooshes.
No, for real. We did not appreciate the 2010 to 2013 era enough. It was cringe as frick, and we look back on it like that. But it was also just like a barren wasteland of beautiful chaos. And it was in its own
So
right.
much.
It was pretty fun.
Hey, this episode is actually brought to you by something.
No longer brought to you by nothing. We had a bitter falling out with it. But we are brought to you by something, and it's very important.
Oh man, so we all like coffee, and we found out about a great organization called Raise Coffee. It's a great way to chase your dreams and not lose your friends. We've all lost friends before.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
Lose less thanks to Raise.
But you especially don't want to lose friends while fundraising, right?
Yeah.
There are tons of ways to fundraise online, but Raise Coffee, actually, you fundraise, you set up a campaign on the website in less than 5 minutes. People can go on, support your cause, right? Whether it's an adoption or a mission trip or like a youth camp, and then they get a bag of fresh roasted coffee like this one in the mail in a couple days.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. It's not a car wash.
And you don't have to give your friends T-shirts that they're never going to wear.
And it's not bad
I like-
lemonade.
I like
either.
my T-shirt that says I supported someone in Ethiopia in 2018. I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I don't have a T-shirt like that.
And unlike a 4-year-old girl's lemonade stand, the product here is good.
Yeah, the product is great. Yeah, it is great. I mean, I eat these beans. I could eat these beans right now.
Do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna save it for that's a Thanksgiving meal. No, but for real, we're joking around. Go to Raise Coffee, man. If you're ever, if you're wanting to start a campaign or support somebody's campaign, and then also get great coffee in return, they were kind enough to support the show, and I hope that you're kind enough to support someone there or to start a campaign on there very easily and be supported, and also get your friends something they want, right?
Yeah, something that they actually need.
Coffee.
Yeah.
Remember Flappy Bird?
Oh yeah, I remember I remember playing Flappy Bird on an Apple TV on a 50-inch TV at my house with people. We'd pass the phone from person to person.
Oh yeah, with the AirPlay, Apple TV AirPlay.
Yeah.
That was the flex. Hey, I got an Apple TV. We can play it on my dad's TV at home.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, Temple Run on the TV was next level.
It just hit different. Yeah, run different. Okay,
So,
let's. I need closure.
I was spread eagle across the back of the van, and somehow no one saw what was happening. That seems to be a trend for this trip.
Where's the supervision?
Well, except for my friend Jeff with 1F. He was aware of what was going on and was backing me up to make sure nothing went wrong in the event of a brake check. That's a real friend. My youth pastor and one other leader were in the van and had
Now that's
absolutely
a
no
friend
idea.
that sticketh closer than a brother. That's what that is right there.
Yeah, a little too close. Okay, wait a second. So he's peeing out the back door, the back window,
Back crack or something. Like there's some crack in the van.
Window, yeah.
in the
Yeah.
on the bottom. Okay. So he's. But I don't understand his stance. I just don't Do y'all understand
From what
it?
I understand,
He's standing
I
facing
haven't
backwards.
ever been in a church van.
They're like the red,
So
like the
however,
white passenger.
I've been in a
Is
lot
his
of school
question?
buses.
Is his question? Was this gross? Does he seriously have to ask this question? Is that really what he's
We
saying
don't even
right
know.
now?
We don't even know what just transpired. Let's finish the email
Okay,
and then
yeah.
let's make the judgments.
Flash forward a month. We were back from the trip, and most of the youth group is out at a restaurant. One Wednesday night after youth group, we start reminiscing about the trip and realized my youth pastor never heard what happened that fateful night.
Oh my gosh.
My friend Jeff with 1F
Jeff with
walks
1F.
around the table, whispers into Pastor Chris's ear, and his eyes got really big.
He whispered this information.
Yeah, it's weird. If
Why would you? There's so many bad people in this email.
If I remember right, his words were along the lines of, "You dummy! It's a good thing I didn't catch you while you were on that trip." The youth pastor wasn't a great disciplinarian, and Jeff and I got away with a lot of things.
you never gonna live that
what?
down.
If you can't pronounce disciplinarian, maybe you need some discipline.
Probably. And
no.
love the show. Thanks for all the laughs, Jacob Hannon.
Jacob Hanan.
He left his phone number, which is a
Oh,
theme now.
he's a Jacob. He's a Jake.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
always
Yeah.
a Jacob on the youth group trip.
They
guys.
always
There's
tricky.
always a
They always
Jacob.
tricky too. Yeah. They always trying to sell their birthright too. That's
always-
that's one thing. I always try to give you soup.
Everybody wants
Yeah,
to be.
for some reason they're always like, "Yo, you want the stew?" And you're like, "I don't even like stew. I don't even like eat stew like that." And that they always have it for some reason.
People have been leaving their phone numbers That's what Petey is saying.
Yeah.
Jacob left
Everybody
his phone
wants to be
number.
Matt Malonga.
Yeah,
Matt Malonga is
we've-
the guy that we tried to call 4 times and he finally answered.
Yeah.
Really?
We made it. We talked about, we got a new like a system, and we're like, hey, we should call some people occasionally. And I was like, no, it's too much. And then so now we've and so now everybody's like, bet you won't call me. And we're like, you're actually right. We won't. You won that bet. You won that bet, Jacob.
All right, so I guess now
Dude.
the question is what he did gross?
Yeah.
I just,
Well, peeing off the Grand Canyon, that sounds cool.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's gross.
I do that.
Okay,
that's
go
the
back
Earth-
in the
that's the
corner.
Earth
It's pretty
toilet.
gross.
The bus thing is for sure gross.
Oh, that's
Especially if there's a lot of people around you. You can't be. That you should be arrested.
hey, I made some
PD.
charges earlier. You judged me, and I'm like, yeah, of course, this is.
I'm saying for disorderly conduct. That's
Yeah.
what. Yeah, send him
As
to
an
jail.
11-year-old.
As an 11-year-old, jail. So
Oh, man,
guilty.
no.
Guilty. That's Judge
Guilty.
Taylor, what is your
Guilty.
Take
Send
him
him back
out.
to middle school. Make him be a volunteer. Make him go to church camp for the rest of his life as a volunteer counselor.
Oh,
He'll fit in well there.
That's, maybe this is the beginning of the end of Gross Court. you
I
know?
think this is
it's
the
end.
last installment.
This
Yeah,
is the
I think
last
it is the
installment.
end.
Taylor, I'm glad to have you here on the series finale of Gross
You
Court.
you made it. You
Thank
squeaked in.
It got a whole 2 segments out of it.
Yep.
There you go. Whole
What,
2
um,
segments.
What have you been up to, apart from everything, man? Everything that you've been up to online. What else have you been up to?
Brother, I've been doing a lot of things lately. One, I discovered that Cici's has actually repented and turned of their ways, and we should give them a second chance.
Really?
I'm
Cici's
not
Pizza?
kidding. Cici's Pizza. I don't know if it's just the one in my town, but first off, I just want to account for the Cici's Pizza that's by the Chili's on Paul Huff here in Cleveland, Tennessee. They got these custom pizzas in there you can order. They bring them to the table and stuff. They renovated the inside, all the pizzas and the cheesy breadsticks are always
advocating? Are you
intact.
advocating for Cici's? Are you? This is a whole
I am
Cici's plug right
advocating-
now.
I'm going to be the person to bust this open because everybody has been falsely criticizing Cici's for so long, and I used to be one of those people. And now I feel like it's their turnaround season. This is their season where God's saying that even though they done messed up, He's going to show them mercy. We need to show them mercy. We need to go back to Cici's. We need to go try it. You need to go to your local Cici's and just see if maybe they change their
I'd
ways
be
a bit.
willing. I'd be willing to hear you out and do that. But the problem is, ours was so bad it went out of business.
They're still around. They're still
Oh, they
around.
are? Did they just move?
Yeah, they're still.
Okay.
I think so.
You guys want to go to Cici's after this?
Hey, I'm gonna do something real quick. Thank me later, guys. When and if you do go to Cici's, just DM Taylor. Send him exactly 87 pictures of your visit to Cici's. Send him an album.
No, not 87.
Please, I
And then-
want a review of every ingredient.
Just tell him, hey, walked in the door. I need a picture of that. Hey, here's me ordering. First slice bite.
Let them know how the bacon tasted.
Yeah,
Let them know how the
let 'em know.
pepperoni tasted.
Tell him what the waiter or waitress's name was.
How clean the
I can't
bathroom
believe
was.
Yeah, send pictures of the bathroom. Just be like, hey, this is the bathroom here
Wait.
in Idaho or whatever,
What
wherever
was-
you live.
One time I used my Deuteronomy's power to flood Taylor's inbox, and I cannot remember what it was for. Do you remember?
What was that about? You did flood it over something. You posted something and you were like, it was maybe something Chick-fil-A related. I can't remember. It was back when I was doing my canceled series where I was canceling things.
Yeah,
And it was like something I had canceled, I think. And you were like, everybody go message Taylor about this. And I did. I just woke up and I was looking at my phone. I'm like, what the heck are all these messages? And I was like, it's the Deuteronomy guys. Oh, at that time, I don't even think Shama
Hey,
was doing
and
anything
we
yet.
are-
Y'all were just that meme page.
We're
Yeah.
sending that same army.
There's going to be
CCs all
two
around the
people
nation.
that actually
Our
let me
Jamaican
know.
listener?
Hey, what's her name?
I can't remember.
Savannah James.
Yeah, it is Savannah James.
This is Avengers Assemble.
Guys,
There
we're
you
starting a
go.
program where if you go to Cici's and send Taylor at least 500 words on Cici's, we give you $100.
Hey, we'll give you
What? I'm gonna message myself.
We don't know where that $100 is coming from, but if you go to say 500 words,
Yeah,
you write an essay on your Cici's pizza visit and send it directly to Taylor, and then let us know about what you said, and we'll give you $100. People are gonna take us up on that. That's just that amount that people would be like, I'll write 500 words.
Yeah, the
Okay,
collection.
I'm gonna take screenshots of all these messages I get. I'm gonna personally text them to you guys, so you guys can feel the same pain that I'm gonna feel now in my inbox. If anyone actually does it, I don't know.
Please, don't get more animals and turn into the Christian Joe Exotic.
I'll be like, I remember him when he just had one bird.
I remember him
Taylor's got
before
like 7 giraffes,
and now
3
he does
elephants.
Honestly,
He weighs like 50 pounds now, and all he does is meth.
and he's got a plot to kill Jaron Myers. What's going on?
Like, what is going on?
Jared.
Christian Joe Exotic.
Christian Joe Exotic. Hey, now that's just a part of my grand scheme to open a Christian amusement park, because that's gone great every time anyone's ever tried that, right? The Christian amusement park has succeeded every time.
Put some respect on Jim Baker.
Hey, I'll put some respect on Jim Baker. As crazy as this, here's why. People look at me, they're like, what? Listen, if without Jim Baker, you do not have any Christian TV, period. Jim Baker literally made, like, without Jim Baker, I don't think we'd have half of the Christian entertainment TV, anything that we even have today. So you gotta
hilarious
give
how
him that.
he's turned into Christian Alex Jones.
He is. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
He's selling that all those survival kits on his TV
Baker
show,
buckets.
right? I don't really watch it.
Are they called Baker buckets?
I'm pretty sure.
They're called
That's
Baker
a
buckets.
great name.
Yeah, and the food is horrible.
Hey, you know what we can do? Just piggyback off of that. Bachman buckets.
Hey,
Oh.
all it is a bunch of Alabama stuff in a bucket.
Hey, but we convince people to you got to get a subscription. Hey, everybody, get a subscription to Bachman buckets, and then we can launch Bachman buckets plus. Excuse me,
And then Bachman
which
Buckets
is the
Patriot.
same Alabama
the same
gear,
thing, but with an oatmeal raisin cookie.
and also liquid death.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Nah, see, I wouldn't buy one of those buckets, though. I'm a Vols fan. As crazy as that is, I rep that orange, okay? I don't care what anyone says. I know I'm going to get flack for it. I don't care. PD's Alabama, y'all. If you want to come with me, we're Vols. Y'all are honorary Vols if you rock it with Taylor. So that's how it has to be. And all the
I don't
Alabama
take
fans
any
just said we
offense
hate
to
you.
It's fine.
yeah.
It's fine.
I mean, I have pity. It's nice at the throne of ease.
Hey,
Hey, let me
this has
ask
been
y'all
really
this.
good. This has been good. Yes, ask
Do
us.
y'all ever play any games? Do y'all ever play any video games?
We're actually working on a project now that is game related. We have not ever talked about it, but
Really?
yes, we are.
Well,
launching,
I didn't mean you had to
launching
put the cat out of the bag, but I was going to say, like, I do
Yeah.
a Twitch stream. I do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I was like,
Yeah.
y'all should totally hop on. We could do some Warzone. We could play some Minecraft. I've been building a non-denominational church in Minecraft on there lately, and that's been a lot of fun.
Wait a second. How big is the church?
Wait, how
Because
is
you've been
that
talking
going?
about this for a while now.
It's massive.
it up.
It's massive.
Oh my gosh.
It's
so big that you have not finished. You've been at it for months and you have not finished yet.
I have not finished. The main sanctuary's finished. We just got done building the kids' camp lodges next to the church for it. And then we're almost done with the parsonage that's really a mansion, but it's tax-free. So we're still going to call it a parsonage. And then we got the kids' church too. But my long-term plan with that I'm still not 100% on if I'm going to do it. But do y'all remember like when Lil Nas X, he hosted a concert in Roblox? And then you had like Travis Scott who hosted a concert in Fortnite. I was like, I should totally host like an actual church service in Minecraft, like to the public.
I would figure out how to attend.
Dude, me too.
But also, like, how are you gonna deal with it? Because every church has infighting. Well, how are you gonna deal with the Minecraft church fights that break out?
It's a
church
little bit
drama.
easier. It's a little bit easier because on Minecraft I have a ban button. I literally have a ban, but I just ban the Karens right out the gate. They're not even allowed.
Have you
in.
had to?
I haven't opened it yet, but as soon as I see anyone with a Karen nature or like a Karen characteristic, out the door. They're gone.
Hit 'em with the bam.
Right out the gate. Hit them with the bam.
Whoop the bam.
Hit them with that.
You know-
Although we all should come on there and like y'all could build something. I don't know. Y'all could build like a comedy set or something because we have it set up. We have like a special seat just for Kanye for whenever Kanye shows up. And same for like Selena Gomez and all the other celebrity Christians that are obviously going to show up. Tim Tebow has like a whole row for him and the rest of his football team that he's that he's definitely going to stay on.
book you, me, Shama, and Jaren for a Minecraft comedy club set.
Yeah, at the church. Yeah,
and we'll show up. We'll do. I'll figure. Is this on PC? Like, how do you get on this?
That's not a bad idea. You can do it. You can do it on. You can do it on an iPhone or a PC.
Okay.
Is this on PC? What do I need?
I don't know how to do online gaming. I'm.
Me neither.
I'm so surprised that PD doesn't do any gaming. He seems like the picture perfect.
You play Madden,
I
right?
play Warzone.
I'm just weird about how I play games. I'll play the same 2 games over and over.
Dude,
like
I've
3
clocked
years.
more hours on Super Mario Sunshine on Twitch than like anything else. And that's from the GameCube.
Hey, gaming ties into my praise report. So should we do praise reports?
Yeah, let's do praise reports. Let's wind it down.
No more. Is finished.
I love that drop so much.
All right, my praise report. I tweeted about it. I bought a Wii. I have Mario Super Sluggers, Mario Kart, and Wii Sports ready to go whenever it gets here.
That's actually like a $2,000 value in 2009, right?
Yeah, that would cost a lot in 2009.
Dude, that's
Golly,
crazy.
man.
That's awesome.
What's your praise report?
My praise report. Let me think. I got a praise report. Okay, so last week a few of my friends came over. And they said that they were all boss. I don't know if y'all play board games, but I love Risk. And they were acting like they were all tough, and they roasted me for half an hour on like how I don't have a girlfriend and everything else, like prior up to the match, about how much they were going to destroy me. And then we played from like 8:30 p.m. to like 5:30 a.m. the next day, and I literally just trashed them the whole night. I beat them 2 games in a row. They didn't even stand a chance. It was incredible. So God gave me the victory over my enemies, just like he gave to David. Though 1,000 fall on one hand and 10,000 on the other, it don't matter. So I was happy about that. That's my praise report.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
I felt really good.
That's the only way to respond to bullies, by the way, is to beat them at Risk. Hey, we got to check in with Chase. Hey, same Chase, new corner.
Same corner.
Don't.
Same
No.
corner.
New corner. Gosh darn it.
So my middle school, we had an 8th grade dance, which was essentially just prom, but for 8th graders. And my 8th grade dance night was very interesting. It wasn't like looking up from the jump. Like my girlfriend at the time broke up with me to go with my best friend to the dance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we were 12.
Yeah.
And so I didn't have a date to the dance. I didn't have a lot of friends. And so the only thing I had going for me was we had just performed Beauty and the Beast at the play. And everybody was talking about what good of an actor I was. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to use my new fame, and I'm going to hang out with the popular kids at the 8th grade dance. So I was like hanging around them, where like they weren't talking to me or acknowledging me at all.
You're an extra.
But I was there.
Yeah.
And I was like on the outskirts. And then out of nowhere, this dude and his girlfriend just start like screaming at each other. And she was like, that's it. I'm done. We're breaking up. Wow. And then as she's leaving, she grabs my arm and takes me, and now we're dancing.
Wow.
What is this, 90s romance movie?
I was about to say, is this a movie?
Yeah, man. I'm
like
going to write
Judd
it.
Apatow movie.
So we're dancing. I'm not even looking at her. I'm looking at him because he's furious. And everyone's like holding him back to keep him from like killing me, I guess. And so I'm kind of scared. And I'm like, oh man, well at least they're holding them back and they're not all like gonna jump me, because like that was a big thing that happened in my school, was people would just jump you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well as long as they're holding them back, I feel safe. Well then she starts kissing me, and I hear like a Mel Gibson, like, no, and I hear the footsteps like full sprinting towards me, and I look up, and he's got his fist already raised in the air like he's in some sort of anime. And then he trips. He trips and punches, and he just hits me in the shoulder.
Dang.
and then
Oh
hits
my
the
God.
ground. And I kind of panic a little bit, and I just look up at this group of popular kids running towards me, and I go, I just wanted friends, and then I ran away. And my mom came and picked me up early.
Mom, pick me up. I'm scared.
That's a movie.
I'll
That's
write
a
that
mo-
with
we
Robert
can get,
later.
Let's get that script written right now. Let's hire Noah Centeno to play Chase, and let's get this to Netflix. Let's get this done.
I love that. Chase is trying to be an actor, right? But you're like, hey, your life story?
You don't even
Nah,
get to
buddy.
act.
Nah, buddy. Noah Centino. All
Let's
right.
get a 30-year-old man to play a 12-year-old.
Shama? No. David Washington from Tenet. And I'm like,
No,
hey, I'm right here.
Let's get
I'm
Michael
right
Che to
here.
do it.
Michael Che. Seth Rogen's PD. And I don't know why.
Why am I in
great
it? I
choice.
wasn't in the story.
You guys want to
Too
be
late.
it?
You are now.
You're the
Am
guy
I
You're in a
who
side.
punched
Do I
me
get
in the
to be in
shoulder.
the
Taylor,
Okay.
Taylor's in the story too.
I'm in the movie.
Taylor's
Who
actually
plays me?
played by Jared Myers.
The frick? Not Jared.
And you're the girlfriend in the story.
But Taylor actually is going to put a wig on and play Chase's mom.
Yeah.
In the minivan. Yeah.
Yeah. So
do it in no
when
context.
Chase goes, I just wanted friends. Pick me up. I'm scared. It's
It's the
Taylor.
Karen voice,
Yeah.
like, on the way, honey.
Karen. I told you not to go to that party. I knew it was not God's will for your life. I'm coming there. Get ready.
Man.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Man.
So that's a real thing that happened to me in my life.
Gosh.
Wow.
My
I just don't believe, that story sounds like so like he's telling that story. I'm like, is this for real? Is this like a real? I mean,
Well,
I believe Chase.
Chase
And
went
when
to
you
public
in a corner
school.
like that, he's
Public
already in the corner. He's telling the truth. I know he is.
Chase went to public school. We didn't experience any kind of debauchery like that, at
No, that's
homeschool or the Christian private school that I attended. We was built different.
You're sheltered.
Hey, let's just stick with built different.
Yeah.
Let's stick with Bill
hey,
different. I like that better. Yeah.
My praise report is what's my praise report? Oh shoot! I had a really great. Every week I take meetings with people via Zoom, and sometimes the meetings are bad. But this week I had a really great Zoom meeting, and I've got something that I can't really talk about yet. But yeah, I'm very excited. It might be, who knows? Maybe a 3-figure opportunity. I don't know.
Okay.
I might write a 500 word essay and win $100 from PD after getting diarrhea at Cici's. Who knows? But no, I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited and for that and more. And hey, a home team barbecue just opened up in Greenville.
Woo! Let's
about
go.
5 minutes away from
Let's
here.
go.
So hey, what team am I on? The home team. That's an ad. They paid me 2 ribs. No, I'm just kidding.
2 whole ribs for that ad. Right
Yeah.
there.
Hey, Taylor, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Dude, thanks for having me. It's been so fun, guys. Love y'all.
Seth Rogen. Thanks for being here. Hey, I wonder how much it would cost to get Noah Centino in that corner week to week.
More than free, which is what I'm getting.
You think about free fitty, and that's what we're paying you now. Oh man, hey, this has been great episode. Thank you, Taylor. Hey, we're gonna catch you guys on the next one.
Yes.
Taylor, where can people find you? Of course, Instagram. We're gonna link all your stuff. Twitch
Of course.
too.
Yeah. So everybody can find me on Instagram, or you guys probably already follow me on Facebook because I get paid there more, and my YouTube channel, which I've never promoted before at all, but it just hit 10,000 subs, and I haven't even really put anything new there.
Yeah.
And of course, Twitch. If y'all want to hang out with me, you can come to twitch.tv/Taylor Ransom. We play video games. We have a good time. We make Chick-fil-A jokes. Sometimes we talk a little bit about the Bible. So like we're keeping everything spiritual, you know what I mean? But it's like a really good stream, so y'all can check that out. But as always, thank you guys again for having me. It's always an honor to come on Church Stories.
Yes,
Thanks for
sir.
coming on.
Awesome, man. Hey, this has been This About That.
And the more you know.
Out of just 2 setups. There was no really like a. We just spoke in 2 fragments. 2 incoherent fragments. Make up a whole. Hey, his PD partners in comedy, Christian comedy crime.
Oh, man.
There it is. That's an episode, y'all.